Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is September 9th, going into September 10th here. It's midnight in Yucatan, Mexico. I just wanted to share this piece of information that is coming out. Activists are calling for protests in support of Palestinian prisoners September 10th. Palestinian groups call for protests across the West Bank in support of prisoners September 10th. Associated unrest possible in Gaza. Event. Palestinian activists have called for demonstrations as part of a day of rage across all West Bank governance on September 10th in solidarity with incarcerated Palestinians. Related demonstrations may also occur in Gaza. Similar protests occurred throughout the West Bank and Gaza the evening of September 8th. Demonstrations are likely to materialize around popular protest sites, including public squares, city centers, and government buildings. Protests are particularly likely at Martyrs Square in Nablus, Menara Square in Ramallah, and the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. Activists may also gather at other sensitive locations, including near Israeli settlements, military checkpoints, Israeli prisons, and territorial border areas. Gatherings are likely to begin during the evening. Increased security deployments are likely throughout Palestinian villages and Israeli settlements in the West Bank. Clashes are possible if protesters are overly disruptive or fail to adhere to the instructions of security personnel. Israeli security forces typically respond aggressively to perceived threats, employed riot control measures, and occasionally fired warning shots or live ammunition during similar actions. Localized ground transportation disruptions are likely near all affected sites. Advice: avoid all protests due to the potential for violence. Exercise caution near likely protest locations. Minimize exposure to places of worship, security installations, markets, and other crowded locations. Monitor local media for protest activity, as organizers may not announce plans in advance. Confirm the availability of transport and allow additional time to reach destination. Plan for increased security and localized transport disruptions near demonstrations. Follow all police instructions. Okay? So this all lines up with the end of the Feast of Trumpets watch, as we are looking from September 8th. These demonstrations began on the evening of September 8th, which was the new moon sighting, the beginning of the Feast of Trumpets, and the Feast of Trumpets goes through Friday night, September 10th. And this is what we've been watching, especially in line with the signs of the woman clothed with the sun, with the moon at her feet. September 10th, going into September 11th, is the complete fulfillment of the Revelation 12 sign that is in Virgo right now, and it started on the Feast of Trumpets on September 8th and goes through September 10th. So this day of rage goes right in line with the end of the Feast of Trumpets. Will there be larger escalation due to a call for protests and a day of rage among Palestinian groups? Okay, so this is just a heads up here. Just wanted to share this information with you guys. I'll share the link to this article in the description box. Have a good night. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of his coming revealed.